more steering. Well, you have more steering because you have him working from the hind end to the front end. And he's still, you can see, the middle of his neck is the strongest point, and it needs to be the base of his neck. And when the base of his neck becomes the strongest point, he's going to look like Jasper did in those pictures on Facebook. So we've got to get the base of his neck, which is where his neck comes out of his shoulder, to be the strongest point. And how are you going to do that? Stretching. Okay, so let's go. So now, Smoke and you have to learn the difference between, all right, well now, stop stretching, because I don't want you to stretch anymore. And this is the hardest phase for riders to learn, okay? So how do you do that? You shorten up your reins. You're still going to say, in micro movements, here, Smoke, stretch, but you're only going to let him go down 2, 3, 4 inches, like there, right? And then he says, I want to stretch. And you say, no, just 2, 3, 4 inches, right? And then when he says, but I want to stretch, you give him a little push with the leg and a little half halt. You say, no. I said, no. You can't have the Cocoa Puffs. I said, no. It's shredded wheat. In other words, you're creating the boundaries. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. And then he says, oh, okay, right? And then you say, all right, let's go down. So now you're going to say, okay, let's go down, and you open your fingers and you unravel them all the way down. So this is the hardest phase for riders to learn. When to say no and when to allow, keeping the rhythm. And the horse has to respect the no. And the no is not grabbing him in the face or anything. It's just keeping your fingers closed, and when he pulls, you give a little push and you say, So go ahead, shorten up your reins, put them back together again. Let's come off of the railing. Yep. So you're thinking, here, Smoke, go down 2, 3, 4 inches, but not all the way, keeping the rhythm. Good. Come on. Right, and of course he's going to be inconsistent at this phase. Yeah, and you think both hands to the inside to turn, fix him. 2, 3, 4 inches, keep the rhythm. Yep, 2, 3, 4 inches, not 2 feet, kick when he does that. So if you have a really belligerent horse who's like, I'm going to go down, and let's face it, his neck is stronger than your arms. Right. You could do something like a quarter turn, which we've done, which makes him step under and up, okay? Good. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and reward him and let him go down. Good. Because we don't want to get in a pulling battle with our horse. At least I don't. Good. So we're going to see if you can go slow your posting, and you're going to allow him to walk. You're not going to use your reins. Good. And then we should walk on. Right. And we give him a long rein, and we do nothing. This is our do nothing phase.